Hello lads, I welcome you to a new episode of Fruits of Grisaia. Now, we are continuing from last time when Yuji got caught by the police, beating up some people. So let's get right into it, shall we? When I turn around, I find Makina standing behind me, ice cream cones in both hands. Who's this girl? Your younger sister? No, I guess you'd call her my classmate. You make the girls at your school call you Oni-chan? Well... For some reason, I've got the feeling this policeman's mental image of me is getting worse by the second. Anyway, you're coming to the station. Yeah, fine. Wait, what wrong voice did I do? Oni-chan! Don't worry, it's not like I'm getting arrested. I'll be back as soon as I explain the situation, so you go ahead and head home. I drop a hand in Makina's head with a gentle thump, and use my other hand to take the ice cream cone she brought for me. Thanks for the ice cream. Yeah. This girl was involved too, wasn't she? I'm not sure she can just leave. I said I'd calm down, she doesn't have anything to do with it. Go ahead, Makina. Don't die. I'm not going off to war. Don't make that face. I'll be back soon. When I give her back a light push, Makina slowly walks away, pausing several times to glance back at me. After watching her disappear around the corner, I turn to face the policeman. Talk about out of character. Even I can be kind to children when the mood strikes me. That's not what I'm talking about, that thing. The policeman points at my hand where I'm holding my caramel ribbon cone. Mind your own business. I see my teeth into the ice cream Makina brought me. And so I find myself in this sweatbox for the second time. I haven't been through this once already, I got a little used to the place. While the uniformed cop was guiding me here, I looked around the station for familiar faces. I noticed the young detective who interviewed me the other day slurping up sober noodles at his desk. Trying to send a small message of apology for last time, I smiled and bowed my head lightly in greeting. The young detective scowled bluntly and spun his chair away from me, still clutching his ball. Possibly he's got some idea of my background now, as the gesture seemed to be saying I've got no intention of playing nice with Ichigaya. Either way, it was a firm and unambiguous rejection. With an attitude like that, it's no wonder the police rarely get any civilian cooperation these days. I nearly told him as much, but managed to swallow those words down with a smile. Looking at things from his point of view, I'm definitely nothing but trouble. If he sits down across from me again, I think I might as well come out and give him a vocal apology at least. But betraying my expectation, the person who enters the room is the sly-looking elderly detective I spoke with before my release last time. Well, Kazami-san, you again. Well, times 4. I don't know if it's a vocal tick or what, but this detective seems to enjoy repeating that word. But this sort of guy just loves to play this slow-witted old man like that. Then son asks you, how many times did I say well just now, to probe how mentally focused you are on the conversation? If you responded no, having thrown you off balance. He'll barrage you with sharp to the point questions. This is the sort of old codger who can never let your guard down around. I was the victim of a unilateral assault. I didn't go looking to cause trouble. More importantly, have you ID'd the people who attacked me? Yes, quite easily. All 3 of them have prior records for larceny and assault, so we had them identified as soon as we took them in. Who are they? And what would you do with that information if I gave it to it? I'm not particularly looking for revenge, if that's what you're worried about. Nah. What then? Think you're letting them into the gang if their background is right? That's a bit of a problem, not to say that anyone would miss that bunch if they did suddenly fall off the face of the earth. But we're not rank an employment agency here. Just a bunch of thugs. Yes, I don't think I can argue with that description. None of them has some ties to a local organized crime, but, on the whole, they're exemplary, ordinary civilians. Exemplary, huh? When compared to you people, that is. You don't need to spell that out. And they confess anything about why they attacked me? Yes, they spelled all that out. Nice and easy, but well, how can I explain this? It's that net murder thing that's been all the rage lately. Net murder? Well, I'm not familiar with all this myself, so my explanation might be a little lacking. It seems you can request a murder on certain message boards and pay so-called executioners to carry it out as a representative. Well, not that many of them actually have the guts to ask for an actual murder. Seems like there are many requests to beat up someone they get a grudge against. Rarely ever goes above that level, or so I'm told. So they didn't have any idea of my background when they attacked me. Yes, we had a few of our youngsters take a look at the internet message board in question, and it seems your name wasn't specified anywhere. Safe to say they went after you without any idea who you were. Who placed the request? Well, can't say we know that much, but it seems their handle name. or whatever you call it was Mao. Ring any bells? Mao. No idea, you couldn't trace the IP? No, right, now that I don't understand how that, you know? It seems our youngsters took a look in that direction. Managed to get to the provider or whatnot, but seems it was posted from a manga cafe. We did send a few people just now. What kind of idiot runs a public net cafe without restrictions on BBS posting in this day and age? Regardless, I don't think there is much hope of finding the criminal among their customers. Well, lately this net business has been all over the place. It's all Greek to a geezer like me. You know me, I just can't get with the programs. That get physically hurt. This was America too. Well, anyway, it's a scary world these days. Please do be careful out there, won't you? Sorry for the trouble. Continuing this conversation isn't going to get me any more information. I lift myself off this cheap folding chair. Ah, Kazami-san, please don't be so hasty. We still need you for a moment. You already got my statement, right? In regards to that, are you looking to press criminal charges for assault and injury? Not necessary, I haven't suffered anything except the loss of my time and energy. Well, that's probably wise, Kazami-san. You already did it a bit. If they came back at you along the excessive self-defense line, things might get a little sticky, you know? If the cards fall wrong, it'd be a charge of brutality by a special public servant. And with your organization, I expect you'd be paying your own way through the courts, yes? If they try suing me, I'll have a little talk with my superiors. You did say nobody would miss them if they fell off the face of the earth, right? Ooh, very scary. But don't worry, I think I can wrap this one up neatly enough. Sorry, I'd appreciate that. Next time I stop by, I'll bring a present. How about you don't stop by ever again? That'd be the nicest present of all. Turning my back on the vaguely grating laughter of the sly old man, I leave the sweat box. Well then, how do I explain this one to JB? It's all well and good that the police let me go, but my problems aren't quite over. This incident must have reached Ichigaya by now, as my direct superior and case officer JB will be taking a lot of heat. Probably grudgingly kowtowing to the brass right about now. Let out a short sigh, taking my cell phone from my pocket and turn on the power. Next moment, with startling timing, it begins to ring. Hello, UJ. Hi there, JB. Your voice is as lovely as always. I'm enchanted to my senses. Want to get married? Fine by me. You just grab that marriage registration form and come pick me up at Ichigaya. My bad. Let's get down to business. I think you're aware, but I'm a busy woman, so I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Next time we cause trouble, we're going to be confined to quarters. If your outings and PX access restricted, I get assigned to mandatory labor. Hey, JB, did you know that there's actually a word for that now? It's called imprisonment. Not to worry, I'll stop by and talk to you through the glass once a week so you won't get lonely. Is that how the grown-ups run things in this country? You don't have the tax money to spend on malfunction national defense equipment. You understand what I'm telling you? Understand? My bad. If you have an excuse, I'll listen. Now I don't have an excuse, but there's something I want to say. Feel free. JB, I love you and... No, I shouldn't. If I say this, I'll definitely get mad. What the heck? I won't get mad, so say it already. Okay? Here I go. Get your bitching, fish face. I'll stick that phone so far up your ass you'll feel the ringtone in your colon. What? I quickly end the call and turn off the cell phone. JB, you're a truly understanding superior to lend an ear to your subordinates of abuse. It's thanks to you that I can vent my stress and enjoy my days in serenity. Oni-chan. Makina, are you waiting for me here? Yeah, I mean you got taken by the police and all, Oni-chan. I talked to a police person who came after and he said you got in a fight with 3 guys. I was worried, you know? I see. I drew my hand on Makina's head with a thud. It's become a habit. How to put it, this head is just the right height to rest your hand on. I waited the whole time. Sorry I worried you. When I looked closely, Makina still clutching the paper from her ice cream cone in her hand. She must have taken my "I'll be back soon" literal and stayed right here the entire time. Did you get hurt? Are you okay? Who do you think you're talking to? There is no way I'd lose to the likes of them. Oni-chan, you're good at fighting. Don't want to boast, but the only person who beat me in a fight is my master. Then, if I get in a pinch, will you rescue me? You just worry about living a solid, decent life and you won't need rescuing. More importantly, let's get back quickly. Amane must be worried. If she gets mad, will you rescue me? Well, yeah, I think I can handle that much. At least. Come on, let's go. Yeah! Makina nods energetically, trots up next to me and grabs a hold of my left hand. First Amane, now Makina. Why are my hands in such demand lately? Apparently sensing my unspoken complaint, Makina squeezes my hand forcefully. Don't go anywhere, okay? You don't need to squeeze that hard. I'm not going to vanish all of a sudden. You promise? I can't make any guarantees. Oh. As they pull Machina along by her strangely warm hand, we set off for the dorm. We walk side by side, our left-hand shadows spreading out across the road. A long time ago, I used to be fascinated and puzzled by the way shadows would grow as the sun began to sink under the horizon. You explained it to me at the time. I don't think it was my mother, but I do remember walking hand in hand with my master at sunset, so there's no way that woman would have given me a straight answer. Which would leave? Ah, yeah, it was my sister, wasn't it? Bathed in the evening sun, pulled along by my sister's hand. I prepared my explanation and asked her, why do shadows get all long at sunset? The answer she gave in return was overly technical. I explained how the changing of the seasons affected the phenomena, and at the time I didn't really understand of it. Used to be. I was the one being pulled along. What? Ah, it's nothing. If you talk to yourself too much, people will think you're a weirdo, you know? Duly noted. I hadn't thought I'd ever become the sort of person who could take another's hand in mine and lead them home. Well, there's no guarantee I'll be here to do the same tomorrow. By this time tomorrow evening, the hand that's holding hers may be gone.
Alright, here goes. Morning, everyone. How's it going?
I was from behind as Michiru boldly leaps into the classroom like a paratrooper jumping into the sky over an Monday. Naturally, she's not as heavily equipped, but in her grim resolve, she's a match for any screaming eagle. Without such intestinal fortitude, there's no way the girl could charge so defenselessly into the classroom. Well, unless she was simply unaware of the situation.
Wah!
Seems like the latter. You are a truly foolish woman, Michiru.
Wait a second, what is this? Why?
Here I was, filled with admiration for her kamikaze spirit. To think you are just bellowing in ignorance.
I had no idea. No wonder no one's in the classroom. Why didn't you tell me?
Because you didn't ask.
Come on, who's going to randomly ask if there's a bee in the classroom?
That's right, the situation. A bee. A flying pest has occupied our classroom and now lies in ambush. Our classmates have all withdrawn from the field.
You gotta tell me before I go in if it's dangerous. How am I supposed to know?
This is exactly why you're renowned as the most brainless of bimbos. Every action should be taken on after consideration of the worst case scenario. Don't you have any common sense at all? What kind of an idiot opens the door without assessing the risks? That is a face of more.
I really don't think many people think twice about opening a door.
Whenever you open a door, do so in steadfast resolve to find Somalia waiting on the other side.
I don't have that kind of a resolve. What does that even mean? How am I supposed to open it?
You're not worthy of my instruction.
Give me a break here. Don't be such a cheapskate. Hurry up and tell me how to open the door safely. Got it?
If you're that determined, I suppose I can make an exception. Step 1. Confirm the surrounding area. Stay in front of the door, I demonstrate by pitching sequentially to the ceiling, to the floor, my front, my rear, my left, my rear, following with my eyes.
I see. Confirming the surrounding area, eh? What's next?
Observe with the utmost caution, you understand? Search every inch of your surroundings on the assumption that they hide deadly traps.
Okay, and then... What's going on?
Quiet! We've just begun our 6-hour stakeout period, of course.
That's ridiculous. There's no way I can wait that long.
What? My rights, we should obtain a map, infiltrate and watch from cover for a week in advance, awaiting extraordinary permission for a raid after nothing more than an observation period. And you're still not satisfied? Just how far do you expect me to indulge in your reason as you spoiled bottle blonde, and you call yourself Japanese?
No, just make it simple, just the basics.
Very well, I'll teach you the simplest possible method using small words. First, we slowly open the door, then we turn the decoy.
Wow!
Next, we close the door and stand by until the decoys report.
Open the door, hey, come on!
What's up, maggot? A scouting mission to complete. Desertion in the face of the enemy's treason. If you turn your back on our foe and come crawling to safety, I'll re-educate you with my own hands.
It's buzzing at me.
Calm down and maintain your composure. Don't let the panic bind you. Use those holes in your head you call eyes. I've seen grannies with shriveled ovaries put their holes to better use on behalf of the nation.
What the heck? That's easy for you to say.
You're truly hopeless. Very well, I'll go so far as to sing a song to give you courage. La la la, gleaming like the morning sun, Walter pacht und Ressig.
Help me, help.
I see, she decided to silence her breathing and hide! Compared to Noisy trying to escape, a much wiser course of action. She's gained such instinctive understanding of the art of reconnaissance in this short time. Michiru, my friend, we might make a scout out of you yet. Huh? Michiru collapsed on the floor, her eyes rolling around in her head. What's all this then? Hey, maggot, who authorized you to faint?
The bee.
Calm yourself, this thing is nothing more than an insect. Huh. Be eliminated, situation resolved.
You grab that thing with your bad hands, it'll sting you.
I told you to calm yourself, this kind of bee can't sting.
A bee that doesn't sting.
Listen well, a bee stinger is a part of its ovipositor. Therefore, males don't have one. Look closely, this thing is harmless.
Huh? You're right, there's no stinger. What the heck? I got all worked up over nothing, huh? Then why isn't anyone in the classroom?
They jumped to conclusions and mistook this for a dangerous variety. Ran off to get insecticide or something.
Oh. By the way, it's not like I'm scared of bees or anything, got it? There's the other one. Once you know they don't sting, it's nothing to worry about. This one's animals too, right?
That's a giant hornet. It stings, also it's poisonous.
What?
He'll sting you if you shout. Keep quiet.
What?
Listen carefully, Michiru. Giant hornets don't just sting. They inject potent venom. Slight digression, but this thing is called Yacular because of its poison cocktail.
Did you really have to tell me that right now?
Don't make any sudden movements. Walk slowly and keep quiet. Fortunately, her blonde, her coloration is similar to that of a hornet. Otherwise, there is no problem if you accept she as his friend.
Really?
Ooh, offering it a bohemian folk song. Very sensible.
Mr. B is going click click. Does this mean we're friends now?
When they clack their mandibles together like that, it signifies a final warning. If you make any more stupid moves, you'll be stung for sure. Thank you for waiting. I apologize, it took some time to mix the insecticide. Such directs the tank with an atomizing nozzle and hose into the room. It looks like it's designed for spraying agricultural chemicals. Apparently it's full of her own cocktail.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. I have the insecticide.
Wow, the bees hovering around Michiru-sama. Don't worry, this is a special homemade neurotoxin of mine. Fight poison with poison, as they say. Oh, then I'll be spraying this through the nozzle, so please wait a moment.
Oh, wait a second, you just said this time it's something toxin.
Neurotoxin, sounds like it'll take the hornet out for sure.
If you spray that stuff all over the place, it's always gonna get me too.
Don't worry, Michiru-sama, there won't be any problems as long as you don't inhale before it disperses. I'm sure you can hold your breath for 15 minutes or so, yes? Alright, here we go. Ready, set.
I can't do that, okay, so I cannot do that.
Is that so? In that case, I suppose we can't use this then. I'm sure he could have wrapped things up with a shot too. What a shame.
You'd wrap my life up too, come on.
Hey, to come up with a plan B or this won't end well. That hornet is pretty worked up. On that note, wrong voice.
On that note, why is this bee only going after me?
Because what did you do to that poor hornet?
Nothing, I just don't get it. It's in my hair color after all. Maybe it's mad because I'm a Tsundere, like I'm ripping off the queen bee thing.
Michiru-sama, are you sure you don't want to try? Just a little puff. Even a puff should be quite deadly.
I'm telling you, deadly is the problem here.
Is that so?
It's coming in low this time.
Just to be aiming to relax, Michiru. You think you'll be needing those in the future?
Of course I will.
I see. It's awfully noisy in here.
Yumiko, don't come over here.
Excuse me, and what is that supposed to mean?
No, that's not it. There's a bit.
Look, please don't show me this early in the... Stepped on it. Ah. What? Can you please use complete sentences?
Never mind. There's nothing really.
Well, alright then. The squashed hornet stuck flat to the bottom of her shoe. Sakaki walks to her desk and takes out a rope. Although the girl glances over here briefly, she soon pulls out her bookmark without another word and begins moving her eyes across the lines of text. Actually, there is still gonna be a nest somewhere nearby. I think you can find it and give it a dose of the cocktail of yours? Yes, certainly.
In conclusion, Yumiko is the strongest.
Not the type you want to make an enemy of. With this, the hornet in sand draws stay close without casualties. Just as they say, at times, ignorance is bliss. Okay, perfect ending time. I hope you lads enjoyed the episode. Press like, comment, subscribe, join Discord, and see you later. Bye bye. Mwah.